why is it so difficult to get stable on this journey? And I mean stable in every way, like financially, living, um, partners. I mean, for myself, like every time I think that I've clawed into a new level of stability, something comes along and it reminds me that I'm actually not stable and I go right back down to the bottom. So, why is this? Why can we not get stable? And it's not just me either. I speak to lots of people that are also on the same journey, and a lot of us seem to have the same problems with gaining kind of any kind of stability over our lives. Like we feel like we put in all this effort and this hard work and everything starts to go great, and then before we know it, it all falls away, and then we're left with a whole new, like a whole new path to be formed. I've been wondering this for a while because I just keep thinking, how do I keep ending up like back at the same place? I've got all these talents, all these skills, all these things that I'm great at, all these contacts. Without blowing my trumpet, like I do have all those things. And even with regards to relationships, like how can I not get things, to be stable, and with my living accommodation and everything, I find that I haven't really, since the journey began, had any real true stability on any front. And it kind of came to me today why, that basically I just feel like there's no kind of chance to get stable. I came here, like it or not, with the primary desire, even though sometimes maybe my human hasn't quite wanted it. I feel very deeply that my main purpose here is to evolve, to raise my consciousness. I've felt since, I didn't know the word twin flames since I was till I was 28, like a few years ago, like 6 years ago. But even from a young child, like I always knew I was here to kind of meet with a special person. Like I'd felt an energy around me from a very young age of like that person, that part of me that I communicated with spiritually. I always knew it kind of existed. I just didn't have any spiritual foundation or place to put it. I've always, and even in my life, I really honestly wasn't spiritual at all until I was 28. But I was kind of innately spiritual in that I kind of knew of these things without having any principles to put to them or any words. Like I always kind of wasn't willing to settle for things. I was always outgrowing things very quickly. I was always kind of going through lots of different things. Just lots of things that we now can see why I was going through from a younger age without any kind of spiritual foundation or knowledge to kind of put them into. But yeah, basically, this is my purpose. Above everything else, I'm here to evolve spiritually. I'm here to, you know, dissolve enough of my templates that I can get into a spiritual divine partnership, twin flame union, whatever you want to call it, and be a template. And however much I might kind of my body and ego, I might decide other things for a bit, it's like they're so unfulfilling because they're just not what I'm here to do, that I can't, I just can't stay in them, or they just dissolve really. Like that inner yearning to evolve really outstrips the desire for kind of comfort and stability and all of these things in the moment. But I just wrote some notes down in this as well to remind me, because I basically just get all these really strong messages when I'm out and about. So I try to make notes on my phone, and then I think I should really try and do the videos live, but sometimes it's just impossible. So I feel like on this journey, this twin flame journey, we're all just evolving so fast. I mean, when you think about the lessons that you've been through and things that you've grown, especially now, I mean, some of the lessons that I've evolved through, I think like people take decades to do this, this kind of relationship or this job, or this thought that I've done. Like, you know, some people literally spend lifetimes or decades or years on this same thing that has taken me like a month. It's just such a fast track. Like, the nearer you get, the more fast paced it gets. I mean, to the point where some things I don't even have to do them. I just have to think about them and kind of play them out in my mind and then integrate them. There's a few times when I'll have a business idea, or, you know, I want to move, or all of these things, and then I think about it for a bit, and it's kind of like I integrate the idea of it, and then actually it doesn't feel like the thing that I'm going to do anymore. So I drop it, but it's kind of like I integrated it without even having to go and experience it, you know. And this can be the same for relationships and all kinds of things. And like the pace that we're walking at now is so fast that we're just dissolving lessons so quickly. And I feel this is a big part of why things are failing to feel really stable, because, you know, we're heading towards finding what our true soul role is here. So on the path, you know, maybe you go through a few jobs to find it, but, you know, for others, maybe that job would be like the whole lifetime, and they'd be happy with that, and they wouldn't go beyond that. But, you know, you've experienced that, and then you've learned what you need to learn from it. So then it's kind of like next. And the same with relationships. Like, you know, you can learn so quickly when you've got the awareness and you can integrate it. Then the connections that, you know, are meant to teach you stuff and not the twin flame, they can be so quick. You know, sometimes you don't even have to have them. You could just integrate it without even having them, or you can integrate it very quickly in a few weeks. And that's why they can be so intense and then kind of blow out, because really all the stuff has been brought up really quickly and dealt with really quickly, because you're aware. Like, we're now aware, we're integrating with awareness. So it's not like you're taking decades to work through a relationship dynamic with somebody. It can all move very quickly with awareness. But, you know, with that is that feeling of real unsteadiness and ungroundedness, because you're like, oh my God, nothing, even friendships, you know, like, you walk with somebody and you communicate loads and you help one another loads and you share with one another loads, and then, you know, if somebody evolves quicker, then, you know, your frequencies just aren't a match, and those people will drift out in whatever form they're going to drift out in. So it's like nothing feels stable at certain points. And I think it's really because we just have to surrender to all attachments like this. You have to get to the point where you're no longer using anybody or anything for the foundation of yourself. Like, you are your own foundation. You're all you need to feel safe and to feel supported is like that inner awareness. But it's so hard to bring it like in here, because we're so used to looking for it in like a partner, or in a friend, or in a job, or in some financial security, or in a house that you have, or, you know, a lot of the people that I know going through this journey, it's like all that security and steadiness kind of evades them, because it's like we really have to find it inside of ourselves, and we can't find it in all these external things. It really is. It's like being pushed through the rings of fire, you know, and that's how I feel lately. I've been feeling kind of like this paddle boat on a river, and it's like someone took my oars away and I don't really know how to oar to shore, because I don't even know where to try and paddle to. Like, I'm just floating in the stream, and that's how I feel. But actually, I think, you know, it's actually quite like a deep level of surrender, because it's like my fingers have been prized off hanging onto the rock, and I've just had to allow myself to totally free fall and know that I'm supported, and know that I can support myself by my internal energy, by creating my reality. But in order to kind of know that and do that, it's like I have to let go of the final things that I'm clutching onto, trying to find it externally. And I really feel that's where I am at the moment, is just learning to be my own foundation and my own stability. But not even, you know, in the past, it's like we're our own foundation because we've built this stuff and we've built this stability and we've gotten this good job and we've gotten this relationship and we've got a house and we've got a mortgage. But I feel it's even more than that. It's like I'm my own foundation, but I'm not my own foundation because of what I've built. Like, I'm my own foundation here as a creator. Like, I know that I can create my experience, but it's like in order to do that, I have to let go of clinging onto it in any way externally. And that's what I feel like I am right now, in this place of like I've let go of all of these things, and I'm just in this total free fall of, oh, like, you know, I'm not holding on to anything anymore. And I think that's when you can really go within and you can say, because a few weeks ago I had a channeled message. I was having a flotation tank experience, and I basically was trying to connect to my higher self, and I just got this thing spoken to me that you are your higher self. Like, you are now acting as your higher self. You and your higher self are one. You are creating your own experience now. There is no higher self to look to because you've integrated your higher self. And I'm just like, well, why have I not created this, you know, incredible scenario if that's the case? But I think for a few reasons, like, one, I think I don't really know what I want anymore. Like, I genuinely don't know what I want. And also, I feel like I'm still holding on by my fingertips to external stability. And to really be able to manifest and be the creator of your experience, you have to know you're the creator of your experience. And you can't really, you can walk around saying, oh, I know I'm the creator of my experience, but you don't really know that until you can just be in the world and know that you're okay, and know that you're safe, and know that you've got yourself, but in here and not here. So that's where I think I am right now. I've been very tired, very sleepy, wanted to sleep a lot, and I'm trying to not question it, and I'm just trying to allow my body to rest when it needs to rest. But obviously purging stuff yet again, and yeah, I'm just like unsure of the way forward, but the energy feels lighter as well. And I feel like there could be big shifts coming, so let's see what happens over the next week.